Hey, it's Fabian, and this video is how you truly become aware of all your competitors and steal their techniques. I will show you the 3 steps in order to really know what your competitors are doing and who are really your competitors. You don't compete against Alex Hormozi or Tony Robbins or Russell Brunson. It's most likely not the case. And this video will show you how to really understand with whom you are competing with. So I really notice and remember back when a client approached us and said, yeah, I'm competing with McKinsey and all the big consulting firms because we do the same things. And I said, no, you are not. And he was completely confused because he said, yeah, but we are doing the same things, so we are competing with them. And they are also approaching our clients with their products. And I said, yeah, but it's still not with whom you're really competing with. There might be some overlaying, but your true competitors are mostly hidden from you and you need to discover them. I really can show you also another example. So a client approached us and he had a company where he was in the coffee industry and he wasn't aware of a competitor who was really great in SEO, so search engine optimization. And this competitor really took 80% of the search volume which was out there around coffee, and he wasn't aware of this because he just looked on the other side and the names which he was aware of. And this shows you that you really need to know who is really in your market. And the most competition that you are competing with, mostly you are not aware of this. And this model that I will show you within this video will guide you through and provide guidelines in order to really help you find this competition. So how does this model work? There are 3 stages to it. So the first stage is you really need to know who are the competitors who really sell the same thing for the same problem, or for the same problem that you want to solve for your clients as well. And you probably find them via Google search. You find them also on YouTube and Instagram when you just type very similar things like words to what you are also doing. So this is quite obvious that you really find there the competition. But this also uncovers really great competitors which are nailing their offer and their funnel, and you really have to dive deep there and analyze the funnel, their websites, their products, and also what you can do. It's some people are telling you this, but it's not very common. You can really buy their products or services in order to really know what they are doing at each stage. And you really have to pay attention on the details, what they are doing. What are the emails that you get when you buy something as an order confirmation or an appointment confirmation or whatever. You really have to dissect every single thing. So Russell tells us in his books and also in his videos, buying very slowly. This is the term he uses. So really pay attention to all the small things which build really up and build this massive and good working process for them. But this is very obvious that you really can find those competitors which are mostly not that well known in your market, or at least not for yourself, but they are mostly crushing it. And this is the first step. You want to really get a clear picture who else is selling to your audience, your niche, the same thing, really the same thing. And the second step, and I would like to paint the picture like circles. So this was the inner circle, the first step. to really look at the competition which is selling the same thing. The next circle around it and the next step is who is trying to solve the same problem but with a different vehicle. And this is completely different than what with the first stage. You really have to look at it from a different perspective. You really have to change your perspective into the buyer perspective and really think about, if you have this problem, what are all the possibilities out there and competing to sell something to me in order to solve this problem. And this is not very obvious. Most of the business owners I'm talking with, they are not aware of this. They all think about their core and which competitor really sells the same thing to the same audience. But you really have to zoom out and really get the perspective from the buying perspective and think, what options do I have to really nail this thing and bring this to life with an example? Think about if you want to have a car because you need to go to work every day by car. There are hundreds of car models and a lot of companies you can choose from which car you want to buy. If it's a small car, a large car, a fast or slower car, electric or conventional car, the options are very endless, or even not endless. There are a lot of opportunities and possibilities from what car you would like to choose then. It depends also on your budget and anything else. But you have a huge variety of choices that you can make for the same problem. And you really need to get to the point where you can see yourself as from your buying perspective. And then you have to evaluate, if you are this client, what options are in my price range? And this is how you evaluate if you're really competing with someone or not. Because if someone is, for example, we stay with the car example, if you want to buy a car, most likely you don't think about a Porsche, a Ferrari, Bugatti or whatever like this, the high expensive sports cars, in order to get to work. So you think about a different car with a different price point. And so you don't compete actually with these other companies in order to solve the same problem going from A to B. And this is what you need to think about yourself as well with your competition. So what is the price point? What also other companies are selling their products or services for? And this is why I said also to my client, you're not competing with McKinsey or BCG or any other of the big four. Because if you really want to have their service, they charge a lot of more premium price than you do. And your clients are not able to afford this price. So this is why you don't compete with them, although they could solve the problem for your clients as well. And this is how you need to think about your clients in the second circle. Really, who else is selling something for, which is different on a different price range, in order to evaluate what choices can your client make in order to get the solution for their problem. And then there's a third stage and the third circle around it. This is completely who is selling something similar but to a different niche. So solving a problem in a different environment, different niche. And what this provides you, this helps you in order to get things in your environment, in your niche, which isn't very common. And this is often the thing that you can crush in your niche with something that you borrow from over there to bring it into your cosmos and providing the value within your cosmos. So, for example, it's very unusual that you use sales script for a dentist. But this is exactly what we used to. because the dentist is also selling something. And we provided a sales script which we adopted to a dentist in order to sell premium services and products. So that's why he was really crushing it, because no one else in this area of dentists ever have seen something like this and experienced something like this. So you really need to think about what can you borrow from other areas and other niches to bring it to you. And this is most helpful if it's related to your service. For example, if you provide the same service like a competitor over there, but they are serving a complete different market, then you really observe what they are doing, and sometimes you can bring something into your environment. And so you're completely different than anybody else within your environment. And these are the 3 stages you need to think about if you really want to get to the competition that you are really against after. And hopefully it helps. Leave me a comment and see you in the next video.